What's going on, everybody? Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. Appreciate you clicking on the video, supporting the channel, supporting the store. You guys always do. Haven't been over here for a little while. I thought I would stand in front of the bright lights here and show you guys. Oh, we gotta do stock check. Stock check. Okay, not bad. That's pretty good. We got shiny Crown Zenith boxes. We got the Marnie Morpeko box over there. UPC still holding steady. All these got a couple ETBs, nothing crazy. Pack selection is kind of rough, but yeah. Those are my very last boxes of Scarlet and Violet. That's all I have for a while. I haven't had any restocks of that stuff, so not too bad. Its shelf is actually looking pretty full with all these nice big boxes, so that's kind of a pleasant change. But I did want to do a video and address what I'm calling the duality of Pokemon distribution. As we all know, that there is a hard line between what hobby distribution that goes through distributors and then gets funneled out into all the LGSs and the game stores around the country, and then there's what gets shipped off to MJ Holding, those bigger companies that stock the shelves of Walmart's, Targets, all those places, and then in big box, that's where that stuff gets processed and put out by is those guys. So that's there's two different lanes of ways that product can go, right? And Danny Phantom, shout out to him. What a goat, right? He did a video talking about how he maybe thought hobby distribution was kind of getting the short end of the stick and maybe getting punished a little bit for messing with MSRP. And a lot of good points, obviously. I'm not going to argue against Danny. He does way more sales than me and goes through way more product than I do, so he would know far more than I would. But I think there is a yes and a no to that, right? There's a weird balance of, you know, keeping things stocked on the shelves at a big box store for the casuals, for the people that want to do that, and then stocking an LGS like mine, where I run events every week. You know, I run through lots and lots of packs. I have to have packs to give out for prizing for the events that Pokemon wants me to run. That's how all this works. So there's a give and take, and there's a balance that has to be struck, right? When you go to stock product versus a big box store like Walmart versus a LGS. And it is surely not easy. I'm sure the distribution chain is huge, enormous, way more complicated, convoluted, a lot going on, lots of ins and outs, far more than even I can simplify it for people. There's a lot going on. Even MJ Holding has tons of warehouses everywhere, and then all the other tiny or smaller companies that go around and restock those types of stores. There's a lot of stuff floating around. Your GameStops, your half price books, your what's the other bookstore that Barnes and Noble, place like that. You're getting product and putting it out on the shelves. You know, now you're thinking of like Amazon and people like that. Maybe Amazon gets stuff directly for Pokemon. All these places, right? All these things. And it really does seem like there is a harsh disconnect from what one side gets in product and what one other side gets in product, right? Obviously, LGSs, we need booster boxes, we need things like that. That's kind of like the pinnacle product for a lot of sets is the booster boxes. And, you know, at least in the stores themselves, booster boxes aren't a thing. For Walmart's, Targets, all those other big box stores, they don't really get that kind of stuff. So those have always been like, you know, the biggest bang for your buck. I've said this over and over and over, that booster boxes are not meant to be something that is sold by the box, especially not sold by the case, as things are now. That's just how things are. But you know, that stuff was meant to give a bit to stores, to run for events and give out for prizing and stuff like that. A convenient way to put a bunch of this stuff. Pokemon traditionally wants to put packs and booster packs and blisters and 3-pack blisters and the bundles. The bundles are great. I love the bundles. Pokemon, please keep and make a lot of bundles. Bundles are great. The little 6 packs in a single box. That's really good. But that's where it's a lot more digestible of a price for people to pay. Not everybody can pay the, you know, 160 MSRP, but, you know, realistically the 120, 130, 140-ish for a booster box now. It's a big bite for a lot of people. They want to do, you know, a couple packs at a time, and that's more reasonable for people. So that's why these smaller products exist, right? For the casuals and people that don't want to go out and just sit on booster boxes or open booster boxes and try to open things to grade and that kind of stuff. Not everybody's doing that. A vast majority of people are not doing that. So it's something that we have to remember to keep in mind. But it is very apparent to me that we are on a trajectory of progressing on. People are always keep asking me all the time, Mason, what's up with reprints? Have you heard anything? What's up? What's up? As you can see, I have Astral Radiance ETBs. I've not had those in stock for a very, very long time. They just now hit distribution where I'm able to get them. So it looks like we're just continuing down the road of Brilliant Stars, and then next is Astral Radiance, and then this is why we have ETBs of that now, and then maybe a couple booster boxes might be thrown my way here before too long, and then we're just going to keep moving on. There is no sign of any other reprints, things in the backlog, things being processed that I know of. Distribution doesn't know of any either. But you see on the big box side, Sam's Club recently got those stackable tins, right? They had Lost Origins, they had Evolving Skies in them, and what else they have in them? I can't remember. Another pack. I think Silver Tempest or something, right? Maybe it was Fusion Strike. Either way, a lot of these packs that would have been just sitting around and putting in the tins, and they get shipped off to not just big box. That's like a big, super big box, right? To a Costco, and basically liquidated. I mean, for so little amounts, they could have continued to print these, and they have seen in like Kroger's and stuff these kind of hanging blisters of Evolving Skies. Those have been a thing. Seems like a lot of work to make a metal tin, put those things inside that giant metal tin, then sell them for a ludicrously low price to a place like Sam's Club instead of sending them to like hobby distribution that you could surely get more, right? And it is funny when I go on a distributor's website and I'm having to pay. I'm able to get some booster boxes sometimes, but they're like $115, $120, $130, and they're limited to one per week. It's kind of silly, and I'm going and like, why is that being so limited? But then, and I can't get any other product, but then at Costco, they're liquidating Lost Origins, Evolving Skies, and Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest, whichever one it is. Why are those being discounted when I need them? When I would love to get them and pay full price for them? Surely they're not selling them to Costco at full price. That'd be silly. So what's going on there? And it really does just signal the continual march forward that Pokemon is doing. Reprints just get less and less likely every time we talk about them, and as the weeks goes on. So the Evolve is right on the corner. 151 is right after that. We got to keep and gear up towards that because that stuff's getting spoiled. Sorry, my printer just decided to print randomly. Sorry. Shush. Would you stop? I'm trying to do a thing. I'm trying to. It's okay. Thank you. Jeez. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, totally. That totally threw me off. Jeez, but it just seems really weird that GameStop's liquidating Silver Tempest, Costco's liquidating all these other sets that we have moved on from, but we are still clinging to hope that there's going to be some sort of reprints for these sets. That doesn't make logical sense. If Pokemon and is liquidating these to these companies, or those companies are just taking a bath on them, either the demand's not there, or demand at least slowing down, and they want to get out of them, and we're going to move forward. We got to keep going, right? So it's looking more and more like that. We're not going backwards. We're going forward, and we got to keep moving. So for me to hold out hope of getting reprints of anything that's super expensive, or a booster box of these other sets, maybe I'll get it one or two a week if I can, and pay way more than surely distribution is having to pay for them, but they're passing it on and limiting me and charging me more. But it's just it's very, very odd to see those two things. I can't get it, but there seems to be a surplus of this stuff where they're liquidating it. It's very confusing and hard for me to understand. It doesn't make logical sense. But again, distribution change is huge, right? And GameStop had probably been sitting on that stuff forever, so they're just getting rid of it. So my final thoughts on what's going on, and trying to understand and explain to people when they see my shelves not empty, but lacking in a lot of booster boxes and links packs and things. I just can't get it, and things are rough at the hobby side, and Walmart's and Targets are seemingly overflowing with products right now, right? So we see all kinds of different stuff, not stuff people want. It's all the garbage that people don't want, but for the most part, it's just older stuff, that tins and weird things. I don't know where MJ Holdings is getting this stuff. Again, they have to be going through and getting rid of stuff or liquidating a lot of stuff, because it seems like it's just a bunch of garbage sitting out there. So it's kind of weird at a situation to see. But that's where we're at. That's what's going on. That's what we're looking like. We are in the middle of May. We were told that there might be reprint. Talk about this. Again, distribution has to hear about this from Pokemon, so Pokemon can get numbers from them to see how much they want, and then fulfill that way. I've heard nothing. There's no distribution being told anything. Again, I have Astral Radiance. That's the only reprint I'm getting, or I have. Yeah, I can get. So, yeah, it's just it's very hard. It's very hard to be able to plan, be able to keep things on my shelf for long enough. We're hearing Paldea Evolved, and at least in this first little print is underprinted. So I have to go back and try to get more of that stuff, because I got allocated pretty heavy on Paldea Evolved. And the only thing I can figure is that I'm not spending enough with my main distributor. I'm having to go other places to find these products, right? And get these other stuff that they just never have in stock. Southern Hobby is one of the biggest distribution companies, but they just don't have stock. They just don't keep it. So, and when they do, it goes pretty quickly, because there's just such a large source pool for people to buy from that. It goes away very fast. So, they never have anything. I'm having to go other places to find stuff and pay more for it other places. But then when it comes around to get allocation numbers, it's based on how much you spend with them. If I'm not spending money with them for Pokemon, my numbers, they're going to be pretty low. So it makes sense that, I got cut. I'm not saying that's, boohoo to me. It's just, that's how it is. I understand that's how it is. But it's rough. Again, being an organized play store, 2 organized play stores, trying to keep them stocked, and then now I have to try to scramble and try to find some more Paldea Evolved somewhere that I can have enough to my little stock that's going to last me, because if it's anything like the past couple sets, no reprints, even a little slush at the end of fulfilling pre-orders when the sets come out. Normally we get like a month, and then we'll get like another little wave a little bit. Hasn't even been that really out there. So it's been rough. It's been a rough one to try to gauge and try to hold on to things and price things accordingly so that they don't fly off the shelf, but still where it's a decent deal. It's rough. So that hasn't changed, but it's very interesting to watch people fire sale Pokemon around me when I can't get the stuff that they're fire selling. It's kind of weird. But that's all I got, guys. So little observation, little thing to keep you thinking about. So kind of like a market update kind of thing here. But appreciate you guys watching, supporting the channel, supporting the store. Paldea Evolved right around the corner. I'll be opening some of those boxes probably next week. Jeez, that's kind of crazy to think about. And we'll do live breaks for what I have, and boxes are up if you guys want to do pre-order for us. I'm very, very thankful if you do. But that's all I got, guys. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay.